United. How do you reflect on that performance?
Really pleased with the outcome, because Dundee United obviously fighting for survival, and you understood the tactics that they would bring. So that was a challenge for our boys, and I thought they acquitted themselves really well. The amount of possession we had was immense, and obviously there's one or two areas that when you have possession you're saying, come on, can we produce? And I thought we did. We had some great individual ability like Ryan Kent, and you're delighted with Malik with the finishes, because it's really important that we score goals from midfield.
Yeah, and you touched on it a bit there. There were some really impressive stats from that game which really showed the control the players had.
Very much so, and they've experienced it before this season, so it's fantastic that as they're starting to experience teams that defend low, the type of work. I mean, I thought it was a fantastic pass from Todd Cantwell as well. And again, you recognise Connor was so high up the pitch that he played the pass. So it just shows you that players are developing that side of the game really well. And as we alluded to earlier, midfield players, making them runs and getting into the box is really important for us. And I think it's a big part of our play for now, but also going forward.
And what do you feel has been key to this consistency in the league in these early stages?
Belief. It's belief, and obviously the manager's been here before, and he knows what the expectation is. So we all recognise that, but you've got to make sure the players don't feel any pressure. And when they go out there, they've got to really enjoy playing football. They've got to enjoy believing that they can face any challenge, and that's what takes us forward.
Yeah, and how positive has it been for you all as a coaching staff to obviously see that at this stage and know that there is more to come? Really
important. I mean, if you just look on the league games, then it's exciting of where we can go. Obviously very respectful of what the other team are doing, and that's no issue, but we concentrate on us in terms of the way we play, and you can see that we're really developing into a good team.
And it is of course the Oldfilm derby this weekend. What are you expecting from this game?
Always the same. I mean, it was my first Oldfilm game in January, and obviously you've experienced it from afar, and speaking to the manager over the years, the great games he's had, that when you then play it, and obviously that was at Ibrox, so it was fantastic with great support, and we were very, very close. But we then had the cup final. That was interesting, because obviously there you have sort of a 50-50 split in terms of fans, where obviously we go into this game recognising that we won't have that support, but we know going into the game we have great support. So that's the most important thing as a player, that you can go into any situation and still have the belief and the desire to want to go and play our style.
And how has training been in the lead up to this game?
Very good, very good. I mean, you always notice certain games, it brings a bit of a expectation. So as players, they're been excellent, as we alluded to earlier, with the amount of good games that we've had, performances we've had. Also interesting that we're getting players back from injury as well. We're getting players who might have been injured and now they're getting up to speed. They might not have had the game time, but they're obviously training very, very well and making themselves appealing to the manager in terms of what they can offer. So that's really healthy at the moment, and the squad's trying to push forward.
Yeah, and you touched on it a bit there. The manager did say about growing that competition in the squad. Do you feel you're seeing that at training now with those players returning? Very
much so. It's so important to have that competition, especially when you're at a great club like Rangers, because that's expected. And if you notice, for example, it's about us having a team, but more important than that is the squad, because when you add additions, whether you come on in the first half for an injury or you have to come on late in the game, you've got to have that mentality always to be able to perform.
And as you said, the squad have played Celtic a couple of times since you joined the club. What can you take from those experiences heading into this game?
Well, I mean, the home game we felt was a good game from our perspective in terms of how we responded, because both teams were quite cagey, I felt. And even going into the final as well, Nate, you know, it's a mutual respect in terms of the teams, but ultimately it's down to who wants to be the best on the day, and we look forward to it.